Hey VC, back with another video. It's I don't know, I can't remember, vinyl video number whatever. Yeah, thanks for staying with me. Yeah, it's getting more sporadic making videos, but I still am really into it. I still watch quite a few the videos that I'm subscribed to. Just don't get as much time these days coming up to Christmas to make videos, but that's okay. I won't go on about that. Another thing that sort of whizzed past me was my 150 subscribers, which I'm really really surprised that that many people have taken the time out to subscribe to the channel and that actually watch the video. If you watch it, you know, thank you. Thanks for watching the channel. It's quite amazing. You know, I show records that I think are interesting and that I like to share with people and talk about them a little bit, but yeah, it's just amazing that 150 people out there think that it's cool. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. As promised from the last video, from getting my my first VCLT package from Birute, I said I was going to give you a little bit of an impression on some of the stuff that she sent through, because I'm sure it was quite foreign to a lot of watchers, because well, unless there's heaps of people that are, you know, right into Lithuanian music, which I can only assume is a small handful of people on the VC. So I thought I'd just talk quickly about some of the stuff that she got me, and it's all of it really high quality music, no doubt. Yeah, so here's my impressions. This one here, which I won't pronounce still. And I'll tell you why, actually. I've got a friend who's from the Ukraine, who it's the only friend I know that's from anywhere near the same region as is Lithuania, which I know that it's not the same country. But I thought that there might be similarities in the language, so I asked them to translate some of the stuff for me. And they laughed at me and they said, no. Lithuanians speak so beautifully, and the language is so totally different to the rest of the Soviet Union, and they're not even going to attempt to translate the the Lithuanian language. So that's something I didn't know before, that it is considered in that part of the world to be quite a beautiful language, which it is. It sounds lovely. When I hear this vocalist sing the words, it's beautiful, exotic sounding words and stuff. So yeah, it was spot on. But yeah, I still am none the wiser as to what they're singing about. I did translate a handful of lyrics from this album, and it was all very sort of spiritual, new world music, sort of new agey sort of stuff. You know, reminiscent of sort of Dead Can Dance type lyrics, you know, quite, you know, yeah, quite cool, celestial, sort of spiritual. This I really liked. I really liked this album. This one's from 2012, and it's basically a project created by this guy. I won't say his name because I can't, but basically he's the sole producer of all the sounds and all the music, which is quite impressive because it's quite a big dramatic production. And then there's a vocalist, a female vocalist, whose name is, yeah, and she, like I said, she sings wonderfully. But this I really enjoyed. Thank you. It was sort of reminiscent of some stuff from the 90s that I knew of, a band called Delirium, where there's sort of spiritual, sort of Eastern sounding melodies and or Eastern European sounding melodies, big dramatic production, heavy drums, with drenched in synths and electronic sort of sounds. So yeah, really enjoyed this. Thank you. It was really great. The other CD that I received, this one here, was along similar lines. It's a live recording, which the live recording is beautifully done. Very high quality recording. Again, massive production, but it was a little bit more eclectic in the styles. You know, it opens up with a little bit of acoustic guitar driven sort of I want to say sort of rootsy with a bluesy rootsy sort of influence, but with that Eastern flavour, the Eastern European flavour. It seems to me like this band are diving into a lot more of the Western sounds and picking parts out and adding them to their sort of set, and it's great. I didn't enjoy this as much as this one, but I've only played this a couple of times and I sort of got stuck on this one, so I want to give this a few more spins before I can, really make up my mind. But yeah, really cool stuff. Just it wasn't as easy to dive into as the other one. This one I feel like is a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it, a little bit more scope to the styles and genres and stuff. But again, really cool. 2014. Yeah. The other thing that I received from Birute was these two beautiful records. This one here is going to appeal to a lot of the jazz fans out there who like their free jazz and spiritual jazz. I can't recommend this enough, seriously, especially for those that want to expand on the American stuff that they know and dive into sort of more, some more exotic parts of the world. Live at 11:20. Cableys are live at 11:20. It's a trio. These three guys have gotten together. I'll just show their names there, and they are quite well known in their region. The main guy, well, the guy here, the name at the top, he's got quite an extensive discography of stuff that he's put out over in Lithuania, and this is again a live concert that was put out in 2000, and I'll put it down there. But yeah, this is an edition of 300 copies, which I was really stoked about. I don't know why that makes me feel a bit more lucky, but yeah, I feel lucky to have one. 300 copies is pretty cool. So thanks again, Birute. This is really quite amazing. Again, dramatic, highly tense, lots of tension in the music, really modern style, free jazz, free and avant-garde jazz. That still, I still get baffled, when I hear music like this, that it can still push boundaries. I mean, free jazz has been an explored style since the 60s and 70s and stuff, and it still blows my mind how people are still getting so much sort of originality and dynamic in their songs and their pieces, in their explorations. It's quite amazing. I really dug this, and I'm really so glad that I have it. This record here that she sent me was an absolute treat to listen to. I've played this probably about 4 or 5 times since receiving it a couple of weeks back, and it's the double release by the mighty Seben, called Sex and Wild Flowers. This album, interestingly enough, was first pressed in 2003, but the company that issued it had some financial troubles, and therefore it couldn't be repressed a second time as the master tapes were impounded. This has been repressed again this year. This year, was it? No. 2014. As a double LP, repackaged and remastered in some ways for vinyl. It's beautiful. It's gothic, really dark and dramatic, sort of gothic rock in the vein of, Dead Can Dance, or with Brendan Perry, the stuff that Brendan Perry was doing with Dead Can Dance and solo as well. But very poetic. The lyrics are fantastic. The production's great, and he does it all himself. Matt Howden does the whole thing on his own, which is quite impressive as well. But it's a beautiful package. I highly recommend it for those that like that kind of music. It draws a lot on the 80s and 90s, the sort of more the late 80s sounds of that post-punk gothic sort of stuff, with a lot of old world poeticisms and stuff. It's just beautiful. It's a really beautiful, sad and beautiful dark record. So yeah, quite an awesome parcel to receive. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. Thanks again, Brute, for wonderful music that has kept me really entertained, and will continue to keep me entertained for quite a while, trying to get into the to absorb that music that you sent me. So thank you so much. In the meantime, I've received a few things in the mail. Like I've said before, I've sort of slowed a little bit down during Christmas time, but this is an addiction in some ways. A bit of a, you got to keep cool stuff coming in sometimes. These were reissued not long ago. Francois Brieux has reissued, I think, 3 of her records. She's a French sort of nouvelle chanson singer who has released probably about 6 albums. This one's a double pressing of her second record, and it's called Un Cesson Volé, like that. And it's beautiful. I'm still absorbing it. I'm a big fan of the debut, her self-titled debut, which came out in the 90s. Really nice sound. If you can imagine sort of a French female version of like Nick Cave or someone like that, singing these beautiful, dark, poetic songs with a really great sort of backing band. Really, she's got some really awesome musicians playing with her. This is on a newish label, French or Belgian label actually, which I will put up there. Yep. And it's really great. They've put out sort of like a handful of records in the last few years that really are intriguing to me, so I might explore that label a little further. Another one that I was sort of stalking and skulking around for so long is this progressive rock piece from Switzerland called Letter, and I finally snagged a copy. It is really great, like really great progressive folk rock music, highly engaging stuff. Flutes, vibraphones, organs, pianos, strings, and lots of other sort of regional instruments on there as well that make this really sort of an interesting listen. It comes in 2 suites, 2 side-long suites, and it's just a knockout piece. I don't know a heck of a lot about the band. This was their only release, but it's on YouTube. You should check it out and just have a bit of a listen. I love music like this, and this is the sort of record that I get really excited about when I find and hunt down and stuff. And I've had my eye on it for a while, but just haven't had the money, so I just let loose on this one. I thought, why not? Another one that came in the mail just last week was this record here, Suya, which is basically the Lockwood brothers, Didier and Francis Lockwood, and it's a beautiful funky fusion jazz rock record, basically. But it's they're just exceptional players. It's a very high standard of playing, and again, not easy to listen to, and you wouldn't put it on all the time, but it's one of those ones that is really exciting when you're in the mood. It's on Cornelia, on the Cornelia label, French label. So yeah, very cool. So yeah. A couple of weeks back, Fred and I caught up and we went on a bit of a dig together. PBS, which is a radio station here, was hosting a record fair at the Collingwood City Hall, and we went and checked it out. And I pulled in some classics, really. Nothing mind blowing or anything, but I'll show them just because, why not? We're here, and who knows how long it'll be since I do another record review or something like that, So I'll just pull out a few. and show you what I picked up, you know. An OG of this, which is cool, you know. I mean, I didn't have it after all, so it was really great to pick this up. Another one that, you know, was that I'd wanted for a while that I hadn't had was the first Eno record. Here Come the Warm Jets on Island Pressing, which was, you know, I mean, relatively cheap. I think it was like, you know, $15. It's very cool, you know. I just didn't have that record. I had it on CD for ages, but cool to score it. This is one Fred put in my hands, and as we often do, you know, when we're digging together, he'll throw stuff my way, or I'll throw stuff his way, and we'll, you know, take a punt on each other's recommendations. This one here, which is like a Mexican sort of psych rock record, very cool. Grupo Oz. Yeah, very cool record. Really grooving, psychedelic rock, luscious tones, really cool. Yeah, thanks, Freddie. And the score of the day, which I thought so, I think Fred thought so as well. The score of the day was this beautiful original pressing of Pacific Ocean Blue by Dennis Wilson. I've been looking for this for a while. They have reissued it on blue vinyl, but I held out, thinking that, you know, I mean, it's not a super rare record or anything, so I was hoping to find an OG somewhere. But yeah, I found this beautiful original pressing on Caribou Records. So I'm just rapt to find this. It's on a single record, as opposed to having the all the bonus material that comes with the reissue on the second piece of wax there. But yeah, stoked to have this. It's a beautiful record. You know, Dennis Wilson was from the Beach Boys. He was sort of a bit of a rogue character in those guys' band and stuff, and took off and did his own thing, and it is extraordinary music, really lovely, really great, and vastly different from the Beach Boys stuff. For those of you that haven't checked it out, it's a really well worth album to check out. So yeah, that's me for another, I don't know, for another installment of vinyl finds and recent spins. I'm still going through my collection and pulling out old stuff. I've just discovered Instagram, so I'm sort of Instagramming photos of old records, and I'm trying to make a bit of an art piece out of the sleeves and stuff. So it's a good excuse to sort of pull out old stuff that I haven't played for a while. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too long a video. Hope it didn't bore anyone. 150 subscribers again. Thank you so much. I will do a comp pretty soon. I just got to think of a cool idea. Maybe when I get to 200 I'll do a comp. Yeah, I hope to keep them coming anyway. Cheers, VC. Thank you.
Kambarį mėlyna spalva, lyg vandenį plūduriuoja.